In the heart of Stanbury, a small village tucked away from the modern world, lived one of its most devoted craftsmen. His name was Timothy Feather, the last handloom weaver of his area. Born in 1825 to James and Anne Feather, Timothy followed in his father's footsteps, preserving a dying craft that had sustained families for generations. Timothy took pride in every thread he wove. Unlike many other weavers who worked for factories or outside customers, he always worked directly with his buyers from his Buckley Green cottage and made sure they received only the best. No middleman, no compromises, just the highest quality fabric straight from his hands to theirs. He was known by the villagers as Old Timmy, and in his later years had been a subject of many postcards, often sitting by his loom. His loom shared a room with his bed, and downstairs his kitchen was packed with pots, treacle tins, empty bird cages, clocks and stuffed birds. His home was a mix of his work and the remnants of a life lived quietly but with purpose. Although he never married, his family remained close, especially his brothers, who he lived with for most of his life. In 1902, Timmy recalled his days of hand weaving, painting a vivid picture of life back then. He and his brothers, along with his father, would trek to nearby villages to fetch warps, hauling their supplies over the hills and back home, long before trains were a thing. Though formal education had never been a privilege, he did manage to learn the alphabet at Sunday school, a small victory in a world that offered little else. He spoke of the weaving trade with a mix of pride and upset, remembering how he once earned 10 shillings a week weaving worsted, only to find that hand-woven cotton now offered only a small return. The rise of mechanized weaving in factories had drastically changed the industry, making handloom weaving less profitable. Industrial looms produce fabrics much faster and cheaper, pushing many traditional weavers like Timmy out of business. Over the 60 years, Timmy was estimated to have woven 234,000 yards of cotton cloth, pressing the treadles of his loom 540 million times. He passed away in 1910 at the age of 85. In the very room where he had spent most of his life, he was surrounded by the legacy of his life's work, a quiet tribute to a man who had dedicated himself to preserving a vanishing art. Although Timmy is gone, his loom at the Cliff Castle Museum keeps his memory alive. The beam, worn down by the years of his hands resting and working, carries the imprint of his touch.